International operations, a complex lifeline sustained by the efficient flow of goods and services from one corner of the world to the next. Most of us take it for granted. But what would happen if the flow should stop? Our global economy is dependent on the efficient and cost-effective operation of trade routes. Neither manufacturers nor consumers are served if goods created for the international marketplace cannot reach their destination. Think about your wardrobe. In all probability, some of your clothing came from somewhere in Asia. How did it get here? What route brought it from the factory in Asia to your closet? Some of the world's trade routes have been in place for hundreds of years. While these routes have remained the same, the logistics for delivering goods have changed dramatically. With the advent of rail and automotive transport, and mechanization and computerization, trade operations have improved dramatically. And when efficiency is increased, costs are decreased. Let's examine this efficiency by taking a closer look at the point where most imports enter into the U.S., the new American President Lines Terminal, or APL Terminal for short, located at the harbor of Los Angeles. LA is currently the nation's largest port, handling an international trade volume of $170 billion a year. This volume has increased by 50% in the last 5 years and is expected to double over the next 25 years. To meet these increasing demands, APL invested $600 million in this new, state-of-the-art 230-acre facility. In addition to its Los Angeles facility, APL maintains terminals in Seattle, Washington, Oakland, California, and South Kearney, New Jersey. A port in Karachi, Pakistan is also part of the APL operation. Time-based competition and least-cost producer strategies have expanded to the global marketplace. Suppliers from outside the United States must be able to produce world-class quality items, meet JIT schedules, and remain cost-effective. Technology and international logistics operations develop techniques for transporting goods as efficiently as FedEx sends overnight letters. This is accomplished with the help of several new tools. 20 and 40-foot containers were designed for intermodal transportation. This means the cargo can be transferred easily from truck to ship to train and then back to truck for final delivery. The time required to ship these containers has been dramatically reduced. 20 to 25 containers can be loaded or unloaded in 1 hour at APL's most efficient terminal. Tracking technology allows shippers to accurately monitor the movement of goods around the world. New computerized systems guide the placement, storage, and transfer of goods. They are so precise that they are able to ensure that every container is placed on the correct train or truck and shipped at the required time. The Pacific Rim currently accounts for 43% of all U.S. international trade. The American point of entry for most goods is Los Angeles. Here at the new APL terminal, the efficient routing of goods has become high-tech.
The number one benefit for our customers using Global Gateway South rests in the efficiency of the terminal.
Every day, thousands of containers arrive at its bustling docks. Each 40-foot-long container can hold huge quantities of merchandise, such as 16,500 boxes of running shoes, 1,000 cases of bananas, 132,000 videotapes, or 25,000 blouses. Shipping cost must be kept as low as possible so that the consumer pays a reasonable price for the goods while the producer makes an acceptable profit. At the American President Lines Terminal, a number of high-tech innovations were installed to guarantee a rapid and smooth transit of goods through the harbor and into their final destination in the United States. Spread out over 230 acres, the terminal has enough docking space to simultaneously handle 4 wide-bodied container ships. Each ship is the length of 2 football fields and can hold 4,800 20-foot containers or 2,400 40-foot containers. This container ship, the President Garfield, has just arrived from Singapore with a shipment of computer components destined for an electronics firm in Chicago. When it arrives at the APL dock, 12 325-foot Knoll Gantry cranes stand ready to offload its cargo. These electric-powered cranes are the largest in North America, weighing 1,400 tons each, with the ability to reach over 18 rows of containers. These cranes work together to rapidly unload the ship. Containers are taken from the ship and loaded directly onto a truck or a train. Each truck must be weighed and identified so that it can be tracked. This is accomplished by equipping the chassis of each truck with a transponder. As the truck rolls by, this device sends a message to an automatic equipment identifier called an AEI. The AEI reads the chassis number on the truck in much the same way a supermarket scanner reads the barcode on a box of cereal. And when the truck goes up onto the scale, the weight is also automatically registered into the database. APL uses many other technologies such as Global Positioning Satellite or GPS in its operations. With GPS, APL can track its highly valued containers anywhere in the world. The truck is then assigned a specific place in the terminal's vast lot where its cargo is transferred to an outgoing train. Meanwhile, back at the APL dock, a similar computerized identification system is used to load the President Garfield, one of APL's 38 owned or leased cargo ships, with electronic equipment for shipment back to Singapore. Loading a container ship is a lot like piecing a puzzle together. Each container must fit perfectly to both aid identification in Singapore and to evenly distribute weight throughout the ship. A stowage plan has already been assembled for the President Garfield on computer at the APL main office. This plan has then been downloaded into the APL terminal computer. The computer monitor displays a cross-section of the ship. As each container is loaded and placed in its appropriate spot, the computer logs in and measures its weight displacement. If necessary, the computer will signal a change in location based on the information. Back in the parking area, our shipment of computer components from Singapore has been assigned to one of 4 daily outbound stack trains. The on-dock rail facility can load and unload 3 full double-stack trains simultaneously while handling another 3 full lengths of rail cars in off-dock storage. Once fully loaded, the train departs for Chicago.
The on-dock rail facility at APL's Global Gateway South has taken all of what we've learned throughout our railroad operation history as a company and put it together to produce a very, very efficient rail operation.
In order to swiftly pass through the Los Angeles area, our train will use the newly renovated Alameda Corridor, a rail corridor linking the Port of Los Angeles to all major rail routes. The corridor is designed to handle up to 100 trains daily while decreasing traffic delays on local roads. Once our train passes through the corridor, it's on its way non-stop to Chicago. At the same time, the President Garfield, fully loaded, leaves the APL dock and begins the journey back to Singapore. The total amount of time for unloading and reloading the ship? Less than 3 days. Through a careful mix of modern mechanized procedures, computerized support, and solid organization, the new APL terminal handles over 75 million metric tons of cargo per year with the ease and dependability of overnight mail delivery. In adopting a JIT philosophy for a global market, APL's efficiency is setting new standards for international logistics.